What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. If you don't know who I am, that means you're new. I'm Mark. What's good with y'all? Go check out my other videos. Check them out. Check them out. But first, stay on this one. So, YouTube is back at it again. And I told y'all it was coming, and some of y'all didn't believe me. Some of y'all might have thought, oh, he's just wrong. Some of y'all might have thought I was crazy. But it is happening. YouTube just released even more restrictions when it comes to their firearm policies for the platform. Now, what does that mean? Well, once again, it means that they are banning 30-round magazines off YouTube. That's absolutely ridiculous. It means that they are essentially banning, they say they're now banning this, but a lot of the stuff that was on this was already rules prior to it. Maybe they're just doubling down on it. However, it's not a game. Essentially, when YouTube is trying to do stuff like this, all they're trying to do is ban firearms off their platform entirely, but not being upright and having the balls to at least say it. They're being cowards about it is the best way to explain it. And the reason why that is just simply because I understand if it's your platform, you have your own policy as a private company, you can, do what you want there. However, it starts to become different with something like YouTube. And the reason why I say that is because it is the largest video sharing platform on the planet. YouTube has been the largest video sharing platform on the planet for years, and it's probably not going to change. Now, with that being said, I'm sure some of y'all are wondering, how does that have to do with really, anything when it comes to their own policies? Well, my problem with it is YouTube being as big as it is, obviously with it being the #1 streaming platform on the planet, it's going to be the #1 streaming platform in our country, which is the United States of America. Now, with that being the case here, we have this thing called the First Amendment right, which back in 2008 was extended to the internet, meaning platforms like YouTube. So what does that mean? That essentially means that YouTube is just trying to restrict our First Amendment right, our Second Amendment right, and in all reality, they're just trying to be petty, and they're doing all of this based off the words of, I can't remember, actually, I don't even remember the name of the group. Why? Because I don't give a fuck about this group. But I know one of the people in it, or he might be the guy who runs it, I'm not sure, it's David Hogg. Absolute imbecile. I know this video isn't going to be a very long one. However, this is very important that, this does get out to y'all, considering with how it's looking for YouTube. They haven't said that any of the other videos in the past are okay and they're grandfathered in. One of these restrictions includes even shooting a gun that has a 30-round magazine in it. Why a 30-round magazine? Because they deem that as a high-capacity magazine. And if you think that's a high-capacity magazine, you at least need to watch my videos disproving that dumbass claim. However, there's so many extra restrictions that have been added on now that one of the biggest concerns for people is whether the channels are even going to be around anymore on the platform. And that's where it starts to become a really big issue. Now, I know there are other video platforms that people can go to, Rumble, for example, is another one of them. Patreon, another one. However, why should people who have already sat there, built up an audience, busted their ass, have to sit there now, transfer every video they've had on their platform, on their YouTube, to another platform, all because YouTube wanted to be petty about this? It starts to become ridiculous, considering this platform started out as people wanting to share their thoughts, share videos that they've captured, maybe memories, whatever, funny moment they captured. And now all it is being used to push a political ideology. And whether people want to admit it or not, that's simply what it is. When YouTube is putting, when YouTube is putting such a large amount of restrictions on firearm content, there's no arguing whether or not YouTube is being used to push a political ideology. It 100% is. Next, let me put it like this, guys. Open up a YouTube Kids account. Open it up. Just open one up. and look at the videos they're recommending to children. I'm not going to go into any more detail about it. The reason why is because if I do start to go into detail about it, I'm going to get off the topic and I'm going to get, pretty pissed off too thinking about it. However, the videos that they are recommending is a bunch of drag queen story hour shit, a bunch of essentially trying to trans your kids shit. And they're pushing that on YouTube Kids. If that doesn't prove it's pushing a political ideology, if the restrictions it has on firearms aren't pushing a political ideology, then what is? And that's where it becomes a problem here, is that when you're not only trying to restrict one right, but two at the same damn time, because truth of the matter is that if I even sit here and say too much detail about how to attach a certain product to your firearm, strike. If I show y'all how to attach certain products to your firearms, strike. Can't have any links in your bio or profile that would lead to a firearm or an accessory. It's another strike. Shooting a gun with a 30-round magazine, strike. Shooting a gun with specific accessories. For example, bump stocks, suppressors, things like that. Actually, I'm not 100% sure if suppressors are on that. I know if you should, I know if on the video, if you're showing people how to attach a suppressor, you're going to get a strike. But my whole point is that they are putting so many restrictions on us gun YouTubers or us gun content creators that we're being essentially forced to have no choice but to either sit here and, hopefully some people can get sponsors. That's awesome. You know what I mean? It means they're able to keep making more videos and shit without having to worry about YouTube demonetizing their videos. But in all reality, for a majority of gun YouTubers, it more likely than not means that your shit is probably going to get taken down. Nothing is even grandfathered in. Let's make this clear. If you guys go look at my shorts, there are definitely videos of me shooting guns with 30-round magazines in them. Now, what I will say for the people on YouTube who may or may not be viewing this video, all of my magazines from now on, I've had specially pinned to 29 rounds. YouTube compliant. 29 rounds. All my 30-round magazines, they're pinned so that way it's 1 round less. So they're no longer 30-round magazines. They just look like them. All right? But they're not them. Now, with that being said, I think that about wraps it up for this video. I don't want to sit here and keep going in circles. However, truth of the matter is that this is a big deal. This is a really big deal. It's not like how it was in 2022 where YouTube released some of these policies and then, they took it back and they're like, you know what, fine, we fucked up. As of the moment, we're not seeing any changes. So this is something that everybody needs to, be on the lookout for and just make sure to, not get caught up in shit. Have your YouTube compliant 29-round mags. You know what I mean? With that being said, I think that about wraps it up for this video. Y'all make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, hit that bell. When you hit that bell, hit all. And this isn't a matter of whether you agree with me or not. Simply, I'm just going to tell y'all to do the same over on my Rumble. If you do not have a Rumble account, create a Rumble account, subscribe to me over there. It's the same exact username to the T. It is the same exact username. Subscribe to me over there because knowing my luck, what will happen is YouTube might look at all the shorts I have of me shooting. They might look at a bunch of other videos and they might take me down. So if they do, I'd at least rather I still be able to get the word out to y'all. You know what I mean? Show y'all new reviews and stuff like that, at least on another platform. Make sure to check out Rumble as well, please. Now, with that being said, I think that about wraps it up. Y'all make sure to stay legal, stay safe, stay dangerous. Have a good one, y'all. Peace.